Okay, let's go into this one and kind of what it took to build it. This was the first time I actually tried something like this. So this is actually a CGI 3D model that I licensed online and threw in here. I've been teaching myself how to use this 3D app program called Blender. But anyway, so the first photo that we started with was basically just this, just Austin and Casey just standing out here in a field. And then when we open up Blender, so here's the Chinook. If I switch to where everything's not rendered. So I have it just kind of sitting out there on a plane. And basically this is like a flight simulator one. So I could go into any part of the inside of it and it's going to have detail and everything, even inside the cockpit. So then for once it came time to start lighting it, of course I took out like all the sunlight, and then let's get over here. So you can see I started adding in like just that like area light and the bloom and the glow and different stuff over here. And then when it came to how I was going to take the picture, I set my camera up over here, and the camera is sitting on 23 millimeters, which was about what the guys were shot at, so it matched. And so I kicked this out using a different render engine, not the one it's in right now. But then once I kicked it out, I put it into Photoshop. So let's turn everything off and go through the layers. Alright, so we got the Chinook. And then I added in just like a little bit of a hint of, oops, wrong one. So actually, here's a good one. So I originally stretched the plane with the snow texture on it too far out, and the resolution was terrible, so I tried to shrink it back in to get some more depth. And then I added a little bit of a blue kick. It's like maybe some moonlight or something, and just kind of stacked it in there. I rendered out two different versions of it. And then after that, tossed in the old Aurora Borealis and put some mountains in there to kind of get some depth. Always helps having some haze between your subjects and the background to kind of build it out. We got Austin's shadow, a little bit of vignette right there. I'm not going to go into Austin because basically Casey has the exact same stuff, so I'm only going to do it once here. So starting with Casey, he came in with daylight and had to drop him down, and then kind of have to shift over and do the glow here, sort of like the first kick from that safety light back there. And then just some more exposures to kind of shape him up. And then these are the nods here. So this is just a blue circle painted on different times. And so it's like, I think these two are the exact same. Yeah, they're set to overlay. And they did a third version that's set to color dodge just to kick it to blue. And it always helps giving like the photo an overall color cast to kind of try and tie it in together to make it more uniform. So that's a color balance right there. And then here's where I have the fine details in the glow. So this is a fill layer set to color dodge. So if you zoom in, you can see like getting the wires and mounts and the peltors and stuff like that. Just trying to emphasize it a little bit more. And then moving right along. So I did two passes of my crunch on this. So there's my first crunch. I'm kind of pretty heavy on it. But I found that the CGI model really benefits a lot from extra crunch. So I did some more localized contrast. And you can see like the rivets and stuff more in there. So that makes it a little bit more believable. And then finally the OnRec plugin for some glow. Got one for the Chinook, and then two here for the guys' nods, just because I like that look. And then yeah, just a little bit of vignette, and that's how we put this one together. So I forget the layer count in this one, but it's only 152 megabytes since my render was pretty low on the Chinook.